Burnout. It's that feeling of being completely drained, physically, emotionally, and mentally. Like no matter how much effort you put in, it's never enough. It creeps in when you're working too hard, juggling too much, or trying to meet everyone's expectations. If you've ever felt like you're running on empty, you're not alone. Burnout is more common than ever. But here's the good news. It's not inevitable. You can take steps to protect yourself, recharge, and live a more balanced, fulfilling life. Let me tell you about Sarah, a school teacher. She loved her job but felt overwhelmed by the endless lesson planning, grading, and after-school responsibilities. At home, she was equally busy managing household chores and family needs. One day, she found herself breaking down in tears over a minor mistake, forgetting to pack her child's lunch. That's when she realized something had to change. Sarah started small. She began by setting a strict boundary: no work emails after 6 p.m. Initially, it felt uncomfortable, but it gave her evenings back to spend with her family and relax. Then she added one more change. She dedicated Saturday mornings to herself, whether it was reading a book, walking in the park, or simply sitting quietly with a cup of tea. These small adjustments made a big difference. Over time, Sarah felt less irritable, more energized, and most importantly, happier. She realized that addressing burnout wasn't about completely overhauling her life. It was about making intentional, meaningful changes to protect her well-being. Burnout doesn't happen overnight. It builds slowly, like a fire that starts small and grows when left unchecked. It begins with overcommitment, a lack of boundaries, or ignoring your own needs. So the first step to avoiding burnout is awareness. Do you feel constantly tired, even after a full night's sleep? Do you find it hard to focus or feel irritable over small things? Maybe you've lost interest in things that once made you happy. These are red flags. They're your body and mind telling you that something needs to change. When you notice these signs, don't ignore them, because acknowledging how you're feeling can be the cue to pause and reevaluate. Think about your phone battery. When it's low, what do? You plug it in. But when we feel low, we often keep pushing ourselves instead of recharging, which is why rest isn't a luxury. It's a necessity. Take time to rest, whether it's getting enough sleep, taking a short nap, or even stepping away from your responsibilities for a while. Recovery doesn't just happen physically, it also means giving your mind a break. You don't have to earn rest, and you deserve it simply because you're human. One of the biggest causes of burnout is saying yes to too much. So it's easy to fall into the trap of wanting to please everyone. But every yes to something is a no to something else, often your own well-being. Start practicing the power of no. Say no to commitments that don't align with your priorities. Say no to staying late at work when you need time for yourself. Saying no isn't selfish, it's necessary for balance. Perfectionism is a silent contributor to burnout, and it's the constant voice telling you that your work isn't good enough, that you have to do more, be more, achieve more. But here's the thing, perfection is an illusion. It's okay to aim for excellence, but it's also okay to let things be good enough. When you stop striving for perfection, you free yourself from unnecessary pressure and give yourself room to breathe. When was the last time you did something purely for fun? Not for work, not for someone else, just for you. Burnout thrives when your life feels like an endless list of obligations, so break that cycle by intentionally scheduling time for joy. It could be as simple as reading a book, taking a walk in nature, or spending time with loved ones. These moments of joy refill your emotional tank and remind you of what really matters. Burnout often comes from trying to do everything on your own, but you don't have to. Ask for help when you need it, whether it's delegating tasks at work, leaning on friends or family, or seeking professional support. There's strength in admitting you can't do it all, and reaching out isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of self-awareness. Sometimes, burnout happens when we lose sight of why we're doing what we're doing. If you feel like you're on autopilot, take a step back and reconnect with your purpose, because when you focus on your why, it's easier to let go of what doesn't serve you and redirect your energy toward what truly matters. If you're feeling burned out, don't wait for things to get worse. Start small. Maybe it's taking a 5-minute break right now. Maybe it's writing down one thing you can let go of today. Burnout doesn't have to be your story, and you have the power to rewrite it, to protect your energy, and to create a life that feels balanced, meaningful, and joyful. Remember, you're not a machine. You're a person, and you deserve to feel whole, not just productive. Take care of yourself. You're worth it.